Hello everyone, I'm Chela. I'll be your Spanish teacher today, and well, let's enjoy this webinar. Hope you learn a lot. Spanish with Chela is part of JD Learning. JD Learning is a school and it has different courses on the way. As I said before, I'm Chela, short for Graciela, and I'll be your Spanish teacher. To begin with, I'd like you to type in the chat box how well you speak Spanish on a scale of 1 to 3. 0, I don't even show up on the scale. 1, I know some words and phrases. 2, I can have short, weird conversations, awkward. 3, soy un pro. Estoy aquí solo para practicar mi español. We're on the right track, since most of you answered 1 or 2. That means that you are a beginner level. This course is actually geared toward beginners. 30 minutes goes by really quickly, so let's get on with it, okay? What are we going to talk about? Hablaremos de quién soy yo, who am I, quién eres tú, who are you, descubriendo el español, discovering Spanish, los pronombres y conjugación, tips and tricks about pronouns and verb conjugation, and Spanish with Chela. Okay, I'm going to tell you about what I can offer you and some Q&A. So let's get on with it. Okay guys, well, to begin with, learning Spanish doesn't happen overnight. Learning any language doesn't happen overnight. You need to practice a lot. So stick around until the end because I've got a surprise for you. In order to encourage that you practice a lot, I've got a sweet discount for you on my course that is called Spanish with Chela, Preséntate con Estilo. It's a beginner's course to getting around and having fun in a Spanish-speaking country. This is part 2 of it. ¿Quién soy yo? Yo soy Graciela Portillo. Soy de Guatemala. Hablo inglés y hablo español. Soy maestra. Tengo más de 15 años de experiencia. Estudié biología, es una de mis pasiones. Me encanta todo lo de la naturaleza, los animales, la conservación del medio ambiente. Okay, so now it's your turn. ¿Quién eres tú? Who are you? We're going to write in the chat box, me llamo, and your name. Me llamo Graciela. Me llamo Faisa. Soy de Guatemala. Soy de, and then write your country. Okay, where are you from? Soy de. Mucho gusto. Mucho gusto. Okay? Nice to meet you. So type that all in. Okay, so the main takeaway for today, the webinar goals are to use pronouns and to conjugate verbs in the present tense. Yo soy Cristina. That's what Cristina is saying about herself. It's the first person singular. It means I. Well, Cristina looks at Maria now. Maria is her friend, and she says tú. Tú means you. Second person singular. Tú eres feliz. Tú eres María. She's talking to Maria directly. Now Cristina is facing us. She's saying ella. Ella es Débora. Ella. Third person singular female. Él. Él es Marcos. Third person singular male. Él es feliz. She's talking to us about someone else.
Cristina talks about Marcos and Deborah. Now, this is Señor Morales. When Cristina talks to Señor Morales, she uses the word usted. Usted is a little bit more formal and respectful than the word tú. Usted es feliz. Usted es el Señor Morales. You can never go wrong with usted. When in doubt, use usted. So Cristina wants to talk to us about her friend Maria and herself. She wants to say we. She says nosotras. Notice that it has an A at the end. An A and an S. Nosotras. Now this guy, Marcos and Julio, want to talk to us about themselves. Since they're both male, they say nosotros. But what about when there are boys and girls in the mix? We use nosotros, ending in O. Nosotros. Vosotros. Vosotros is a form of you, the plural form of you. Vosotros is more commonly used in Spain. We use ustedes in Latin America. Vosotros. Vosotros sois felices. That's how you say you are happy. Ustedes. Ustedes son felices. Ustedes is referring to you. Cristina is talking to Marcos and Deborah and saying you are happy. For this next part, we're going to use the verb sonreír, to smile. Cristina is saying yo sonrío. Notice how sonreír now ends in O. That's because in the first person singular, when you conjugate the verbs, they always end in O. Yo sonrío, yo como, yo bailo. Now, with the second person singular, it gets a little tricky. You see that sonreír turns into sonríes. But it's not always this case. So, since we have different infinitives ending in ar, ir, like bailar, comer, sonreír, when you conjugate them with tú, they change to as and es respectively. Tú bailas, tú comes, tú sonríes.
A or A?
Ella sonríe.
E or A?
Ella is the third person singular for female. And you can see sonreír turns to ella sonríe. Now for él sonríe. And usted sonríe. If you notice, they have the same verb endings.
Usted sonríe. Usted baila. Usted corre. Has the same verb endings as ella.
Now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Usted follows the same pattern as él or ella. Bailar turns to baila. Comer turns to come. Sonreír turns to sonríe. Él baila, él come, él sonríe. Ella baila, ella come, ella sonríe. Usted baila, usted come, usted sonríe. Conjugating nosotras and nosotros is very simple. You just add MOS to the verb ending. Nosotros sonreímos. Nosotras sonreímos. Well, that's it for pronouns and conjugations for now. If you want to learn more Spanish, why don't you check out the courses available on my site jdlearning.teachable.com. If you're watching the replay, it means you missed out on a discount that I shared with the live attendants. However, I will leave a link with a nice discount for you to use. Espero verte pronto!